What's up, everybody? My name's Eric Robinson, and today's video is going to be about a book that I just recently read, and hopefully I can give you some insights and some things to think about. Maybe you want to pick up this and take a look at it for yourself. The title of the book is called Tribe of Millionaires. This is by David Osborn, Pat Hiban, and Mike McCarthy, and Tim Rhode. And this is a pretty short but pretty powerful little book. I would describe it as a book about growth, mindset. Really causes you to give some deep thought to the people that you surround yourself with and why. It's pretty inspirational, I would think. It is maybe self-help, personal development book, but it's disguised in a pretty riveting novel. So it's only about 130 to 150 pages or so it's a pretty short read. Couple of days, if you read like me, a couple chapters or a chapter a night, you can get through it in a week. It's pretty short. But I found it pretty hard to put down once I got into the story, trying to follow along. And certainly there's some pretty cool key points that I wanted to point out in this video. So the book tries to bring to light certain effects that the people around you can cause in your life. These causes can be good, they can be not so good. I won't go into the novelization or the specific characters that are involved in the book, because I think that discovering the characters and their personalities and stuff through the novel is actually pretty fun, and I wouldn't want to take away that from that. But I will give a brief synopsis of the 6 effects that the book talks about, and it's detailed in each of the chapters there. Again, it's a great book and a short read, so I'd highly recommend it. So I'm going to go through the first 3 effects in this video, and then I'll break down the last 3 in a separate video. So the first effect that the book talks about, as far as the tribe or the group of people that you surround yourself with, is called, or the title of it is that your destiny is shaped by those around you. And so key points on this are: you are being subtly and powerfully shaped by your environment, often below the level of your awareness. Things are happening, and there are forces kind of guiding you to make decisions or influencing your decisions, whether you know it or not. And I think we're all kind of aware of that, but this really brings that to light. It asks in the book, one of the key things is that it asks you to make a list of the 10 people that you spend most of your time with, whether it's friends or family. And chances are those 10 friends or family, your income levels are pretty close to each other. I actually kind of did this, and it's fairly accurate. I mean, certainly there's going to be some ups and downs with this for every person, no matter who you are. But generally speaking, you are kind of the average of those people most of the time. The most powerful of environmental influences is the people around you, and the attitudes, the ideas that they have, the language that they use. You ever find yourself saying something that a friend of yours says, or say it the way they do, or thinking some things because they say it all the time and you're around them? It's the same with any group of people you spend a lot of time with. Are those people positive? Are they negative? Are they broke? So again, your destiny is shaped by those around you, and not just monetarily, but in your thinking patterns and a lot of important ways. So I found that to be a good reminder to kind of keep in check as to who you're spending your time with. The second effect is that the right group of people can compound your efforts. And so the right group of people doesn't just add to you, they multiply you. They multiply your efforts and the things that you're trying to do, the thoughts that you had. This happens through 3 main areas: creativity, clarity, and connectivity. Creativity is that you and the group leverage each other's ideas. So if you come to your group of friends, you say, hey, I got this problem, I really just don't know how to work it out. Well, then if there's 5 of you, well, then there's 5 potential ways to get through a problem and come up with a solution. If there's 2, there's 2. If it's just you, it's just you. And you may be the smartest person in the world, but you may not have the knowledge in a certain area. Like for me, I'm really interested in getting into real estate. I may not know how to find the right deal, or even if I did find the right deal, I may not know that it's a good deal because I've never done it before. So you do have to lean on people with knowledge you may not have. And if you surround yourself with people that are smarter than you, it's been said, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're not in the right room. And so, leveling up the people that you are spending your time with so that you can get that knowledge and get connections to the knowledge that they have is important. The second of those three, creativity, clarity, and connectivity. So clarity is that the right group will push you to more clearly define things. So that same a group of five people that you bring your idea to, the only way to really get solid ideas and help from them is to be really clear on what it is that you're trying to figure out. What is the problem? If you come to some people and say, I need some help, but they don't know what you need help with, that's not going to be helpful for anybody. But if you really, doing this and being around other people that are there to try to inspire you and help you, helps you to really kind of pinpoint and define what it is that you need help to do. So it kind of helps to clear your own mind and bring clarity to that situation. Number 3 would be connectivity. Other people in those people's network, or you would have access to those people. It's kind of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon or 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. I always think of this as that, if you know 2 people and they know 2 people, well, then there's 8 people. It grows exponentially. When you increase your network and you get around other people, well, then they have other people and their friends hopefully become your friends. And, you get access to different people and you're around different people that may be a benefit to you. You may be a benefit to them. You can grow in your knowledge together and help each other out. The third effect that the book talks about is called the accountability effect. And in the book, this is described as the world's most powerful force. We feel a sense of commitment to others and a need to keep our promises and follow through on our word to other people. That could be an incredibly powerful force. I know for myself, the responsibility that you have, a lot of it is based on your word. If you tell somebody you're going to do something, I feel a tremendous need to follow through on that, to keep my word to that person. If I make a promise to a person, you want to keep your word to that person. So accountability is tied up in that if you put yourself out there and say, hey, I'm going to do these things, and people are holding you accountable to that, that's a very, very powerful thing. And it's not negative. The book talks about, the problem with accountability is that most people are not held accountable to the things that really matter. The right group of people will make you more accountable to yourself, not just them. They are your bullshit detectors, basically. They're going to call you out if you're being weak with something, if you don't really have a clearly defined plan because you're afraid of putting yourself out there. The right group of people are going to challenge you to do that and therefore make you more accountable to your own dreams and wishes and things that you want to do because you're trying to bring that to them. The right group of people can't do any work for you per se, but they will drive you toward the goals that you've started. So those are the first 3 effects that the book talks about. Again, first effect, your destiny is shaped by those around you. Second effect, the right group of people compounds your efforts. And number 3, the accountability effect. So just as a quick teaser, the last 3, I'll give you the titles of them. We'll dive into them in the next video. Is number 4, the authenticity effect. Number 5, the purpose effect. And number 6, the connection effect. So again, talking about Tribe of Millionaires, highly recommend that you pick this up. I'm not sure if this one's on Audible. I'm really not sure, but you can pick this up at any major bookstore. You can go online. I think you can actually... it says that the foreword here is by Hal Elrod, who wrote The Miracle Morning. So I know if you're... familiar with that, you can check it out on his website, so there's links to all this anywhere, but I'd highly recommend checking it out. And I appreciate your time and listening, and if you're interested, I'll have another video here to go over the last 3 and just kind of a rundown and synopsis of the book in whole. Thanks.